The else and elif compilation directives are the compiler directive equivalents of the else and else-if statements. By using else and elif, you can expand the logic of your compiler directives. To begin this lesson, open the Market Trader project from your Sample Files folder. And open the code behind file of site.master. At the moment, there are 3 if directives on this page. You're now going to add an elif directive to check for the pro version constant. Remove the last endif directive and replace it with the following code: #elif pro version label debug.text equals pro version #endif. The compiler will now check for the pro version constant, but only if it isn't able to find the trial version constant. The elif directive is very similar to the else-if statement. If and else-if statements are covered in Session 7 of the Essential Skills course in this series. Now let's define the pro version constant. Remove both of the compiler directives from the top of the page, and in their place type #define pro version. Now let's test your code. Click Debug, Start Debugging. The pro version message is shown in the top right corner as expected. Close your web browser now and return to Visual Studio. You're now going to add an else directive for the standard version. Remove the last endif directive and in its place add #else label debug.text equals standard version #endif. This completes your logical chain. If neither the trial version nor pro version constants are found, standard version will be displayed. You may have noticed that some of the text is grayed out when placed between compiler directives. The grayed out code is code that will not be compiled. This allows you to see at a glance which code will be excluded by your compiler directives. Now remove the pro version constant by removing the define pro version line from the top of the code. And let's test your code. Click Debug, Start Debugging. This time, neither the trial version nor pro version constants were found, so standard version is displayed as expected. Close your web browser now and close Visual Studio. You've now completed Lesson 5.5. Use the else and elif directives.